In today's video, we're going to talk about the highly anticipated The Marvels, Captain Marvel 2. The latest trailer is so much better than the previous trailer, but what this trailer does, it confirms the plot leak 100% is true, but your boy War Drizzy, your boy Warstu, the iconic, the legendary, the icon Warstu has already told you that. So yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, Kaiju, Monsterverse, Marvel, DC, pop culture based content that I cover on a daily basis. Go subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below. Are you anticipating this movie? It is the last Marvel movie of the year 2023. It looks so cool. They've changed a bunch of stuff because the last trailer wasn't nowhere near as good as this. So punchy, so cinematic. We get to see our girl Brie Larson, Marvel's queen, go super Goku insane, go Super Saiyan. So, also if you could check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. And also check us out on Twitter at WarstuG because I've got like 5 followers over there. And it would be much appreciated. So, you know how we run this. Trailer breakdown. I don't really do a trailer breakdown. We correlate the trailer to said plot leak. So careful for spoilers. I don't want to ruin your experience in the movie, but if you can't listen to a plot leak, even though the trailer confirms everything in the plot leak, then that's a you problem. So what this trailer does is confirms that Ben is not actually the villain. The villain of this movie is Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, aka Carol Drizzy, aka Captain Marvel. She is the world destroyer. She's destroying the world, and that is why Ben comes across as a villain, but really it's your girl Captain Marvel when she realizes towards the end of the trailer. This trailer's actually pretty cool. So we see the statue in New York, which implies it could take place after No Way Home. So we've got to talk about Secret Invasion, because Secret Invasion is a prequel to this movie, which kind of confirms that Nick Fury, Samuel Jackson isn't gonna die, but we already know that. So it is interesting that also the writers for Miss Marvel confirm that the Marvels literally takes place after Miss Marvel TV show directly. There's a scene in the bedroom where that is directly happening straight after that series ended, which also implies Secret Invasion happened before the Miss Marvel TV show. So we're gonna go over said plot leak and then we're gonna explain why it correlates to everything. And when I said the plot leak was correct, I'm not talking about the Galactus post-credit ending scene, although that still could be true. So let's break it down. Ben is the regular leader of the Kree. No side factions or anything like that. She witnessed Carol attacking the Supreme Intelligence, and that's her villain origin story. The Kree refer to Carol as the Annihilator, which literally happens in the trailer. So Ben, played by Loki's girlfriend in real life, they've just had a baby. Congratulations, and they were at Wimbledon recently. If you don't know what that is, it's like a tennis prestige tournament that happens in the United Kingdom every year. So Ben has one bangle. Confirmed in the trailer, you literally see the bangle. So it is looking very likely that Shang-Chi, 10 Rings, and Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, bangles. There is a huge connection. There was a connection in Ant-Man, but we didn't really see it. But hopefully there's going to be a connection. Ben has one of the bangles. Kamala has the other. No idea how she has it. She's using it to power a weapon, but she needs both bangles. There's a funny line where Ben demands to know how Kamala got such an ancient and powerful artifact. And Kamala responds with, "My grandma sent me in the mail." Well, if you've seen Miss Marvel, that's kind of true. It was explained in the rough cut I saw, but almost immediately, Monica Rambeau and Kamala begin switching places every time they use their powers. Monica is working on the space station SWORD, the peak headquarters with Nick Fury. Kamala is at home and Carol is trying to sneak into a Kree Skrull peace summit because she doesn't trust Ben, who is the leader of the Kree. So this all starts in Secret Invasion because we know there's going to be secret scrolls, which is cool. So pretty much so far, every plot leak to do with the Marvels is pretty much bang on. I think they've taken out some of the fluff. The most recent trailer implies that they've taken out the fluff kind of some people it didn't like. So Carol starts fighting Kree soldiers, then begins switching with Kamala and Monica, and the Kree soldiers start switching with her. So at one point, Carol is on the peak with Fury, whilst Kamala is at Peace Summit, and Monica is fighting Kree soldiers in Kamala Khan's living room, while Kang family tries to hit them with brooms, fighting them, runs around screaming. A very fun sequence at the end. Everyone, Fury included, ends up in the Khan's living room, except Kamala. The ending scene in Miss Marvel's show is direct shot from the Marvel. Okay, it's literally spot on, word for word. Carol leaves the house and tries to fly off, but then switches again. Suddenly, Kamala is falling out of the sky. Fury tells Monica she has to fly and save her. Monica resists because she doesn't know how to control her flight yet. And we see in the literal trailer, Photon is going to get her wings. We don't actually see it, but we literally can forecast that it's going to happen. Fury says this: "Come on, Black Magic." Monica flies to save Kamala. However, she loses control on the way down. Everyone is screaming. At the last second, Monica and Carol switch, and Carol is able to stop before they hit the ground. Fury screams as they are dropping, and at the last second, oh, it's just Carol. Okay, sorry about narration. It's just the way I talk. Anyway, Carol, Monica, Kamala go off to investigate the Ben, sticking together because they can't control their switching. Every time they use their powers, it's not really explained for some elusive way to how their powers work. Oh, all similar variations of each other, which in the trailer basically confirms the same thing. So let's break it down. They discover that the Ben is using a new weapon to create unstable portals that steal resources, water, air, sun of the whole planet. She sends the resources to destroy Halar to rebuild it. She's so far destroyed one planet at the beginning of the film for its atmosphere. She destroyed the second at the Kree, Skrull, peace talks, and then she goes after Alanya, which is going to be one of the centric parts of this movie. And we've already seen it in the trailer, the singing dance in place where Captain Marvel is a princess because of reasons to steal their water. Carol has already been to Alanya and is reluctant to go back because she's technically married to Prince Yan in an accidental diplomatic mistake. Everyone in Alanya sings as a way of communication, and apparently this annoyed people in the earlier test screenings, but Marvel don't do test screens. I don't know, people just said that, but it does look like they have maybe tapered that down a little bit, potentially. She has a lovely voice. Brie has a lovely voice, but it's an awful sequence according to this information. Can we just say that Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, looks so much nicer in this trailer? Not that she looked bad in any other trailer, but for some reason they've made her look even nicer. So let's break it down. They realize the planet to Ben next target, and they go there to help fight her, to protect the planet and stop her rampage. The girls bond well before this in a montage on Carol's ship on the way to Alanya. Monica helps Carol get used to working with Kamala. Carol yelled at Kamala early sequence because Kamala froze at a pivotal point. Monica reminds Carol that Kamala isn't a soldier. Monica and Carol have a conversation about how Carol left and never came back. You can kind of see some montage of this in the trailer. All three kind of work through their issues. It's later revealed that Carol did indeed come back and visit Maria more than once. Prince Yan doesn't have a crush on Carol. How could he not? Has he not seen Brie? He and Carol are married, but Carol and Prince Yan seem to have a very platonic friendship and mutual respect. Needless to say, Carol is very embarrassed about it and reluctant to go back there. It's played like she didn't understand the customs, accidentally got diplomatically married to the prince at some point. In the past, the citizens of this planet worship Brie, aka Captain Marvel, as a princess. Prince Yan himself is cool though. Isn't played as goofy trope though, but it's a whole awkward sequence that goes on for entirety too long. Monica is weirded out by the whole situation. Kamala is excited. Monica asks if Kamala is going to put her in a Captain Marvel fanfiction. Kamala says, yeah. Anyway, Carol realizes that she's going after every planet Carol has called home. In an act of revenge, Earth is the last part of her plan. Ha ha ha. Okay, I've added that for context. Meanwhile, Fury takes Khan's family up to space to keep them protected so they can monitor the situation. So Nick Fury comes down to Earth for secret invasion, then pieces back to secret station. Interesting. A side plot from the space station with Fury. Some tech. They find some weird eggs inside the space station machinery. They're all worried about some kind of alien attack. The eggs hatch, and it's revealed there is a newborn. Fucking cats. Chaos erupts on the space station, and we see multiple furclings, killer cats in every trailer that's come out so far. Later, the space station is damaged by the Ben. She looks like a throwaway villain, to be fair. I hate when Marvel does that. When she attacks Earth in the climax, there's not enough escape pods to get everyone off the station before it crashes. Fury comes up with the idea of feeding everyone on the space station to the furcling cats, then putting all the kittens on the escape pods and getting to Earth safely that way. It's amusing, bizarre, and the whole film has a really weird tonal clash between a standard Marvel movie and a goofier movie like Guardians. That's pretty cool. But as I said, this is just from test screenings. Test screenings, generally, they iron out all the stuff. And seeing as Marvel's pushing this very hard because it's their only movie they've got for the next year or so, unless they could start shooting again when the strike is over, but I don't know. Monica and Carol go to Hala. Did I pronounce that right? Tell me down below. It is raining for the first time in Hala, and the surviving Kree are celebrating because DeBen brought atmosphere and water back to them. Carol realizes the Annihilator is actually accurate from their perspective. She destroyed this planet, the survivors are struggling, and she is a great villain in their eyes. She has moral reckoning. Stopping DeBen means destroying Hala all over again. Monica gives her a little bit of a pep talk that basically amounts to, we can't save everyone. We have to go to Hala and destroy it again. Carol reaffirms her desire to stop DeBen. So, DeBen isn't the villain. Carol Danvers is technically the villain. So, additional information goes like this. DeBen destroying planets. Her creation of portals make the universe unstable. So, I'll put it over top now. There's an image that initially I thought it was an incursion, but it's not actually an incursion. It's the unstable portals. But it says on this information, and I'll overlay an image right now, it's just the portals that she creates with her bangle as we pursue. So, her creation of the portals make the universe unstable, increasing the likelihood of an incursion, and everyone keeps saying there's a freaking incursion at the end of this movie, which another reason why they have to stop her. An incursion happens in the climax, although a lot of people think there isn't going to be incursions, but like I keep saying, if the rumors are true, Kang the freaking Conqueror is kind of in the post-credit scene, and there is an incursion right at the end of the movie, apparently. Carol fights DeBen, whilst Monica and Kamala try to fix the incursion. Monica ends up flying through this tear in the universe, fixes it on the other side, and ends up stuck on another side of the universe. Now, some people think it's way too early for incursions, but we get it. We know Kang the Conqueror is coming. We know Avengers, Kang's Dynasty, and Secret Wars is coming. We know all that. Cool story, bro. What else do we know? Right, there's got to be incursions. We know Doctor Strange 3's coming. There's got to be freaking incursions. But every single plot leak alludes to the following. There will be an incursion at the end of the movie, and Carol Danvers is the freaking villain in a roundabout way, but technically she's got to stop DeBen, played by Miss Ashton. So it is what it is. I don't know how accurate this is, so to speak, but if you look at the trailer, you correlate it to what your boy War Drizzy just said, the icon, the legend, it's pretty much bang on. The plot leaks are confirmed to be real. As for the post-credit scenes, they're a little bit more far-fetched. So there is a post-credit scene going around that says this. The climax of the movie involves Monica and Kamala trying to stop an incursion of the villain DeBen, accidentally caused after repeatedly creating rifts in space and time with Kamala's twin Bangle. Monica and Kamala realize that the only way they can stop the incursion is for each one of them to stand at the opposite sides of the rifts in order to successfully close it. Monica sacrifices herself by choosing to stand at the other side of the rift that leads to the other universe, which is colliding with 616. So when they successfully stop the incursion, Monica gets stuck at the other side of the Woniverse. Kind of, I guess you could say. So it does make sense that, like I say, there's got to be incursions. In the first post-credit scene, Monica wakes up in the hospital and sees her mum, Maria, dressed as Captain Marvel costume that she donned in Multiverse of Madness. It's not implied that the Earth 838, unless Monica also traveled back in time, but rather another universe where Maria also happened to be Captain Marvel. This scene is, of course, a parallel to episode 4 of WandaVision. Okay, yeah, cool story, bro. And the other post-credit scene is Kate Bischoff coming to find someone. So Haley Steinfeld makes a cameo role in the full Hawkeye outfit gear as Kamala recounts her latest adventure. At the end, Kamala says there are more young Avengers like them, and they should all team up. The ending scene by asking Kate, did you know that Ant-Man has a daughter? This scene obviously teases the eventuality of the young Avengers. It seems Kamala, Kate, Cassie will be the first 3 members. You know, we've been getting the young Avengers for such a long freaking time. So as you know, I don't really break stuff down. I don't really do trailer breakdowns. If you want trailer breakdowns, there's so much better channels than me. Check out Heavy Spoilers. pull over the Heavy Spoilers channel. I don't really do trailer breakdowns, but what I do is correlate the trailer to the plot leaks and see how realistic it looks. And it looks like everything is 100% confirmed. It's just going to be a case of which ending do they go with and what post-credit do they go with. They would be very stupid not to have an incursion at the end of the movie, because it does make sense with the rifts, portals, whatever you want to call them. It does make sense that there will have to be some kind of incursion at the end of this movie, because everything's leading to Kang's Dynasty. I know it's been delayed, but still, incursions have to start happening, or else what is the freaking point of introducing them in Multiverse Madness and explaining the whole incursion scenario to the general audience? So like always, guys, let us know everything down below. Are you more highly anticipating this movie now? It looks so much better. The CGI, the VFX, well, there was nothing wrong with it. It seemed on point. We know Marvel gets heavy criticism for their CGI and VFX, but they've got till November. For me, I didn't see any issues in the trailer. It looked pretty cool. Really looking forward to this movie. Yeah, but Warstu, you know how the movie ends and you know the whole plot. Literally makes no difference to me when I go watch it. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Check us out on Twitter, the Warstu G. And I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you there.